Korea. Now, the mega dam scandal probe continues, and this morning, former managing director of Valley Development Authority, David Kimosop, was arrested at the JKIA airport. Kimosop was the only big-name suspect in the 63 billion Kimorer and Aror Dam scandal who was yet to be arrested. Other key suspects are former Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich, former Principal Secretaries Kamau Thuge and Susan Koech, and National Environment Management Authority Director General Geoffrey Wahungu. They were charged and released on Tuesday. Kimosop's lawyer Katwa Kigen requested the court to give him more time to present his client for plea taking because he had traveled outside the country. Kimosop was arrested at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport as he returned to the country from Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo through Tanzania. Let's now cross over to the DCI headquarters in Kiambu, where our reporter Timothy Otieno is. Tim, what do we know as it now? Paint a picture for us of the events transpiring at the DCI headquarters, Tim.
Well, Grace, it's now been about over 6 hours since the grilling session for the former managing director of the Kerio Valley Development Authority, David Kimosop, took place here at the DCI headquarters along Kiambu Road in Nairobi. Indeed, he was brought here from the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Soon after his plane landed, he'd been away, he'd been out of the country since this particular scandal. So nearly 27 people arrested over the loss of close to 17 billion shillings, which the Director of Public Prosecution, Nurdin Haj, believes may have been misappropriated in this particular scandal. Now, Kimosop was at the time the Managing Director of the KVDA, which is tasked with ensuring the development of the Kerio Valley, and which by extension Aror and Kimorer fall under that particular jurisdiction, and is expected to be answering questions in regards to how the authority under his leadership was able to clear for the construction of these two particular dams and make many payments, including a huge amount of money that was paid to CMC, the Ravenna company of Italy, which is believed to have publicly liquidated, meaning, Grace, that this particular company had declared bankruptcy more than a year ago, yet the Development Authority saw it fit to approve contracts for the construction of these two dams. The CMC and one of its directors, Paolo Posielli, are some of those who have yet to appear before the courts here in Kenya. And it remains to be seen whether Kimosop will be arraigned in court or whether he will not be arraigned in court and instead will spend the night behind police custody. Remember, as at January this year, the Director of Public Prosecution revealed that 19.7 billion shillings had been paid already for the constructions of these two dams, yet on the ground little headway had been seen, including a controversial 643 million shillings, Grace, that is believed to have been paid as compensation for those who had been displaced in these two particular areas, yet the authority and the Ministry of National Treasury could not give evidence to the fact that land had been purchased for the construction of these two dams. So Kimosop continues to be questioned at the offices behind me this particular afternoon. We wait and see whether he'll appear before court or not. Remember, Kimosop as well as 3 others are yet to appear and answer to charges regarding to these two particular scandals, even as earlier in the week we saw Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury, or should I say former Cabinet Secretary, appear, as well as his PS Kamau Thuge and PS for the East Africa Community Susan Koech, who are all released on a 15 million shilling cash bail as well as 6 million shilling cash bail for Susan Koech, Grace.
Indeed, Tim, and still on the issue of him being arraigned, I know you have mentioned that, and of course earlier on we did see his lawyer Katwa Kigen request the court for more time to present Kimosop for plea taking. Now I know you've mentioned it, Tim, but what are we looking at? Could he be arraigned today? Could he be arraigned on Monday, since today is Friday, Tim? Have you been able to reach out to his lawyer Katwa Kigen over the same?
In fact, Katwa Kigen has just driven into the DCI offices about 1.5 hours ago. We were able to spot his vehicle driving in. He has been representing David Kimosop, as well as another individual known as Frederick, who also did not appear before Douglas Okoti on Tuesday this week. We had in court earlier on this week Katwa Kigen pleading on behalf of one of his clients, Frederick, whom he said was unwell, battling diabetes and high blood pressure, and was under bed rest at the time. And he had requested Douglas Okoti to appear before the magistrate court or the Milimani law courts on Friday. He had also, this is Katwa Kigen, he had also requested for his client, David Kimosop, to appear before the courts on Friday, citing that he was out of the country in DRC Congo. Indeed, Kimosop has arrived into the country, and possibly we could see both individuals arraigned in court possibly this afternoon. When Katwa Kigen made this application before the law courts, the prosecution side did not object to this, and indeed Douglas Okoti did approve and gave the defense counsel leeway and told them it's fine, your clients can appear before this particular court on Friday. The day is here. We wait to see whether they will indeed be arraigned in court. The grilling has been ongoing for more than 6 hours now, since he landed 5:30 in the morning. It's now a few minutes past 1 p.m. So we wait and see whether they will be making their way to the Milimani law courts. As you do mention, Grace, today is Friday, and the court system by 5 p.m. all will be said and done, and that will mean if Kimosop does not appear before the law courts by 5 p.m. this afternoon, then it means he will be spending the weekend behind bars alongside Frederick, even as Paolo Poselli, the director of CMC Di Raveni, is out of the country. He is a foreigner, he's an Italian by nationality, he's out of the country. We wait and see whether he will arrest for his summoning, documents for his summoning will be released. If not, then they might have to call for his arrest through international means, even as this particular court, for the rest, 26 others, or rather 21 others who appeared before the courts on Tuesday, will have a pre-trial date on the 8th of August. So he could be behind bars this weekend, or if he's lucky, he might appear before the courts in the afternoon and either take that plea of guilty or not guilty to nearly 24 criminal crimes of economic crimes, rather, Grace.
Indeed, Tim, our reporter there, Timothy Otieno, coming to us live from the DCI headquarters, where we understand that the former Kerio Valley Development Authority Managing Director, David Kimosop, he's currently being grilled, and Tim just told us that he's been there for over 6 hours now. Remember, this is in regard to the twin dam scandal, that is the Aurora and the